the Annette joined by the Florentino in the ban phase. That's going to be two of the more powerful characters removed, but they'll be joined by the Nakroth. Dino Riders have struggled to play exactly that character. Is this just them not wanting to have to deal with the possibility?
It's very strange to me. I'm guessing, I really think they overestimate the power of the Nakroth, especially because Vicky really hasn't shown the ability to play Nakroth in the past, so very bizarre ban to me.
Sephora taken away by Just4Fun, their last ban about to show up, as Zephys was the ban away by Dino Riders, and then back over to Just4Fun, and Elsu gets immediately taken away, which opens the doors for possibilities for the first pick by the Dino Riders.
Richter could be on the table if they decide to pick it up, and also
I like this, especially because we know it is Rocker or Hawaii in the jungle for Dino Riders. And we know that he has historically liked the jungle ranged characters. I would have said it was a perfect fit for the team, but they swap away at the last moment, pulling out the Telenas, relegating whoever's playing that ranged character to the side lane. That could either be a flex or a different player picking it up.
Superman and Liliana immediately locked in for Just4Fun, so they have a side laner, they have their mid laner, they're putting themselves into some comfort power picks early, but also leaving the doors open in those support and jungle positions.
The team hovered to join the Dino Riders for that power farm on the Telenas. They'll have the Omen to isolate the Superman, a good straight-up counter.
I am worried about Just4Fun here. We've never seen them play Superman, and they're going for the Liliana early to help them with that, but I don't know, the power picks aren't coming through yet.
Baldum
I disagree.
There's the Slims, Tony right.
Baldum and Slims, two characters with ridiculous win rates today, by the way. Dino Riders want an answer, and I actually really like the Zill into backlines that are threatened and into the Superman because it's got counter potential. And speaking of countering the Superman, the Alistair with the Magic Prison is perfect for it.
That very much explains the early change on the Telenos. They said, okay, we want to have the Linus because she's really powerful, but then they realized, wait a second, we know that Tony Rod's going to be on the side lane ADC. We need a way to deal with him, and so therefore we're going to go a Tell so that we can go for an Assassin Jungler later, and that definitely worked out.
Cricknack as well, the final lock in there for Just4Fun, which rounds out the composition. We saw the Zill picked up, as we've talked about now, for Hawaii, as well as the Teamy, which we kind of glanced over a little bit. That will be played by Shozen. We have the two compositions ready. It seems like both teams looking pretty comfortable with what they have decided to go with.
I'm very confused at the side of Just4Fun because the Alistair was picked and then the Cricknack was picked.
So, the problem with that is the Magic Prison is one of the best denial abilities in the game for Assassins. I think the idea may be that it does not matter because you have both the Superman, the Baldum, and the Cricknack, which is three very good frontline characters, very good dive characters. And I might add, if the Alistair locks down any one of those, that makes them perfect pickings for the Slims of Tony, right?
I think that's the biggest thing to think about it as well, because something that we've seen from experienced sim players is their ability to rock around onto the flank. Especially in Latin America, we've seen that to be the case. Adding the Cricknack as a possibility. There is a potential winning strategy for Just4Fun, but is it going to be enough against this powerhouse lineup that we see coming out of the Dino Riders?
It comes down to the Superman. If the Superman succeeds, then yeah, definitely, because they have that versatile front line to play however they need. If the Superman doesn't succeed, if it's locked down by either the Omen or the Alistair, I think they're lacking the tools to keep that Slim safe.
That's what I'm worried about, though, is the fact that not only is the Alistair there, but they also have the Omen. That is multiple tools to lock down multiple members on the side of Just4Fun. In order to avoid that, need to have perfect technical play, and I don't know if they can pull it off.
Well, all the questions that you gentlemen have will be answered shortly as the battlefield has been loaded. 5 players from each team loaded on, ready to rock and roll. Dino Riders, Just4Fun, and a match 1, game number 1.
Dino Riders start off with a hard invade. Just4Fun, to their credit, have the answer. Zeus is going to try and kite it back. Angela, though, is perfect for the engage. There's a contest happening on the other side as well. It's Secret interfering with the clear. He won't be able to.
Right, Secret tried to get in there and push it out, but wasn't able to do so in the end, and that didn't work out for them in the end as well.
Yep, neither Secret nor Shozen able to stop the successful invade, which means that it's a moot point.
Right, but take a look at what they got here. On the side of Just4Fun, they got 1 golem, and that's it. On the side of Dino Riders, I believe they got all 3 monsters there.
Yeah, which is a little bit more gold over to the Dino Riders' pockets, as you can see.
It's not just more gold for them, though. It's a denial of gold to the opponent, and that means that they'll be walking away from this with about 300 more gold in the end.
I like to say that any gold farm you take from the enemy jungle is twice as effective. Because not only does it go to your pocket, but it's taken out of your opponent's.
Exactly, and that's why things like the Seagull and the Abyssal Dragon are so important, because it's not just for you, it's also denial.
Chosen and CLZ are the two roaming round mid here. CLZ does have a problem into this as the Alistair, definitely until his Magic Prison comes up, and even afterwards, he's a very static character.
Right, we saw issues with that going against BM Gaming, but I think his team's going to be able to play around him a lot better this game because they have other tools as well.
Hawaii will go through. Angela in trouble, does land the wild charge. Now Hawaii comes through. Tagged down by Vicky, but not slain. Oh, that's a good flag spear, though. Tony right in alongside Secret. Hawaii so low. Chosen will go down permanently, but Tony right and Vicky both join him. Secret only gets one in the front lines. Vicky's double kill was good, but I don't know that it was enough, particularly with Yikes. Hard chasing Secret. One good death spec and might have ended it all. It looks, oh, the flicker. Secret will survive. Angela's now here.
Oh,
there's the wild charge. Death Embrace did land, but Yikes taken so much damage. Secret's now on the attack, trying to brawl him low, and that's bought time. CLZ comes through, Magic Prison deployed. Secret's caught out by the Magic Barrier, but Silence is there to keep him safe.
Speeding Bullet has to be used to get Secret away, though, so that's a big ultimate use. I cannot stop laughing. This is just the funniest fight ever, because just seeing the classic Owen chasing around a Superman is just, it's AOV as old as time.
What did I just watch?
A cartoon show of an AOV game.
Oh god, it's gory. Tony Wright
Oh,
caught
no.
out. Hawaii will dive deep into the enemy team just for fun. Wants an answer, they will get Chosen. He does have the
Being a bro.
resurrect thanks to the being a bro. Chosen can't quite brawl. It looks like Just for Fun win out the exchange.
That said, Zeus is continuing to get farmed, and as he gets farmed, he's going to be a menace on that Tel and Nos. It's going to be something that Just for Fun wants to shut down.
Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know either.
early game, cool. I'm just gonna brush that right off. What are the win conditions for both sides here?
The win conditions here for Dino Riders is to continue to be aggressive and basically cut off the movement here from Just for Fun by using the Death Embrace and the Magic Prison to just shut them down.
Secret does have an answer though, and CLZ scoop forward, he tries to Magic Barrier out the Magic Prison, will get a kill. He's slain in trade. That's Vicky to fall in exchange for him. Angela Zeus somehow survives in the front line. Zeus is in a lot of trouble as well, and Secret will dive with Tony Wright underneath the tower to get the kill.
You see Zeus nearly get away using that sprint talent that we rarely see, but could have been very, very useful there. This action is never ending.
What is this? The pressure from Dino Riders continues. They lose the fight, but they win the tower.
That's one way to go about it. You just say, give up on the fight, go for this tower instead. Obviously, that's going to work in their favor.
Chosen got it. He just stole that golem.
Oh my goodness. Oh, third health. He says, that's perfectly enough for me. Just jumps in there with a chain lens. Easy pickings.
Bot lane, Tony Wright is something to keep an eye on, as CLZ definitely is drifting towards to make sure they can find an opening onto the Slims that has been so powerful in previous games.
Right. If you look at Tony Wright, he doesn't join fights unless they're right in his backyard. He will not leave that lane because he needs to get farmed.
Territorial.
He is definitely a rabbit that likes to be territorial around that area.
Checking the bush with a flying spear. Does find CLZ and Chosen. Being a pro is active. There's the wild prison, though. That allows Angela Zoo to escape when there are a lot of people nearby. Secret, though, doesn't get the memo. Full commits to the team fight and goes down as a result. There's an effort for the trade. Zeus is finding a lot of damage while Angela Zoo brawls against him. Vicky will fall, only getting one kill. CLZ's down permanently, but nobody else is joining him until Tony Wright kites back, shutting down Hawaii. He's the only player to survive from his team.
What else is new? Tony Wright's the only one left. He might have got another kill, too.
He did get another kill, shutting down Silence. Now, can Tony Wright get this tower? That's my
I
question.
very much think so, because no one else in the vicinity other than Timmy who had to go back to base. Tony Wright! Who knew?
He did.
I know. Just
They're still losing the overall tower game, though, Just for Fun in trouble up in the top lane and mid lane.
I really think that Just for Fun need to stop getting the temptation to fight and just let Tony Wright do his thing. Secret needs to stay on top.
Let the power of LATAM flow through you.
No, please, no, just don't.
Speaking of, Vicky goes in for a full brawl 1v2. It takes Secret to try and bail him out, but he can't do it. Now Secret's in trouble as well. Hawaii is very low despite it. Angela Zoo will come through, and Secret almost makes it out. It's one kill in response. Yikes to stall out. Shows now joins him, but Tony Wright has arrived. Yikes is fleeing for his life from the Wild Prison. Did land successfully onto Shozen. They should burn him down. He did get to being a bro off though, so it'll take them an extra moment, and all the while there's the pressure in the opposite lane. That is CLZ and Zeus pushing. They should take a tower.
Right, that being a bro seemed like a waste, but this is what it got them, an extra tower. That was so well, that was timed so well used.
Vicky can't even get close to CLZ.
This is turning into their game against Yugen Dynasty. Speaking of Just for Fun, but that game, remember, had Tony Wright winning it by his lonesome in the bottom lane. So keep an eye on that. He still has 5,000 gold, TJ. He has the most in the game, or at least tied.
Why? How has he done that?
Oh, you're talking about Tony Wright. Yeah, he doesn't leave his lane. He does not leave his lane, except for when he gets other lanes.
Except for like right now.
Oh, but only when he get more farm, okay?
Yeah, constantly farming, taking stuff away from Vicky, but that may be worth it.
Tony Wright needs it more. We have all seen that.
Shozen, Yikes, Zeus, all of Dino Riders want to be able to push forward and end the reign of Tony Wright. However, Tony Wright has a flying spear. There's the shot in. Tony very low. Will get tagged out and shut down by Zeus. Vicky dives in as well. They're all standing atop the matrix of woe. The Dino Riders will take another tower.
They're continuing to move on in here, and they might even be able to take a high ground tower with this.
A red team tower has been
Zeus
destroyed.
can't quite do it. He'll poke the tower, not much more. In the meantime, though, the rest of Dino Riders managed to scrape out all of the base minions.
I'm shaking my head, TJ, because Silence hasn't been able to punish anyone. Every time there's an overstep by the side of Dino Riders, Silence just walks up and just kind of lets them have it. And he needs to be able to shut them down in these situations if they're going to come back here.
Well, he has just built Boomstick, so maybe he's now got what they're looking for.
Right, that boomstick is very powerful for Liliana because once you land those shining lights with the boomstick, it does tons of damage because of the fact that there's explosions around every single instance of damage that you land with your spells.
Tony Wright just jacked, found out that the Abyssal Dragon was ongoing. What will Just for Fun do with that knowledge?
Not a whole lot, unfortunately.
Yikes. We'll get free.
Yeah,
Not really much threat on him.
Yeah, he gets free so easily, too. He is so farmed up. That is the other side of this equation. Yikes is always a proponent of getting farmed up as possible. He has nearly the most gold on his team, and that makes him so hard to kill.
A few early game moments look dicey, but it seems like Dino Riders have been leveraging their experience the whole time.
Exactly. Their macro game hasn't been on point, and that's been tearing apart Just for Fun this entire time. Now trying to push on those high guns, and Hawaii this entire time has been just doing so much damage. He has the Apocalypse, he has the Loki's Curse. Every time he gets in there, it's massive damage.
Like that?
Yeah, that was CLC, oh my goodness.
The Wild Prison strikes out against the Drake, taking him off the map. Hawaii will dive forward and does get Secret. And there's Angela falling as well. Tony Wright burned down. That's devastating, as it's just Vicky and Silence to hold. Vicky can't stop Yikes. Silence can't save the bot tower, and it is Dino Riders marching on the core.
This could be a quick ending here. The mid tower might go down. That would mean the super duper minions, and wouldn't even take that, honestly. That might just end it right now.
10 seconds on respawns. Vicky does get the wave clear. Yikes, all the while, though, focusing down the core. He might just have the game.
Oh.
Yes, he does. Dino Riders do take game number 1.
It was all elementary for Dino Riders, just playing with their opponents at the end there. Their experience winning out as expected.